Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a Screenwriter's Rant about Star Wars High Republic. Now, this is a trailer for a comic book or a series of books. It's a multimedia event launched by Lucasfilms, but really Disney. And it's going to be this new franchise they're trying to launch with Jedi's. And as you can see, it's a Rainbow Diversity Jedi Council. And, it's just the same old stuff. I don't know why anybody would be particularly interested in it, although the artwork looks nice. You see, they got this whole cyberpunk haircut dealy and a Gorn, it looks like. Strong, empowered women, everybody. And some, beta males, I'm sure. Because that's what a lot of this stuff ends up being. It's very, very woke. This is from the very, very woke side of Star Wars. The artwork's very nice. I do like the artwork, but, it feels more like illustrations rather than comic books. Comic books to me are dialogue driven to a great extent. Yeah, there's visuals there, but where's the dialogue? Where's the dialogue here? These guys aren't saying anything. They're doing a lot of posing, and I don't quite get this, but I guess he has glowing eyes. They glow so brightly. They project light all the way in their shadow, and leave like holes where there is the Rock. I don't know. That guy looks weird. But, the artwork's okay, I guess. But this is from Lucasfilm Publishing, and just like every trailer for every comic, it's stayed. You're just looking at pictures. And it's got a voiceover that tries to sell it to you. But like a lot of woke stuff, it's like a soccer mom trying to sell. It's like your mother trying to sell you on a comic. Oh, this will be great for you. You'll love it. It'll be good. Oh, and there's people, and they're so good, and they want to use the Force, and they're so good. And you see how diverse they are. It's like, okay, so what's it about? Oh, well, it's about Star Wars. See, we redesigned the ships. Isn't that better? It's like these people don't understand the audience. The audience for this tended to be older. They're trying to make it appeal to kids. But these are adults trying to appeal to kids. And as always, and here's Yoda. They throw Yoda in there. The question is, what are kids like these days? It doesn't matter who or what generation. It's always some 40 or 50-year-old guy sitting around going, what are the kids like these days? I know. They like Star Wars, and they like being woke. Well, let's give them to it. And the story's going to be told across books, comics, and magazines. See, they're planning for a phenomenon, which they don't have. Yes, Star Wars was a phenomenon. The original Star Wars, because we wanted to read about Luke and Leia and Chewie and Han and all their crazy adventures. These people, the woke Jedi Brigade, nobody wants to read about them, in my view. So who do we got here? Disney, Lucas Press, is the same thing. Del Rey, which I guess they own. Marvel, which of course they own. Insight Editions, don't know who they are. Disney Publishing Worldwide, of course, it's Disney. Viz Media, I guess they must have bought them. They were weren't they like a manga publisher? Titan Magazines, okay. DK, don't know them. IDW, did they buy IDW? And Abrams, whatever that is. So, who cares about these logos? Why would you put these in the commercial? Right? I mean, do you think fans are going to, Viz Media? That's not what Viz Media published classically. I mean, they published manga. Is it going to be manga? Didn't look like any manga in the mix. I I guess maybe that's a little bit manga, but again, where's the dialogue? What's happening here? Who is this person? Is it yet another Jedi during the golden age of the Jedi? And here they are on some kind of weird horseback, guys with guns, and there's a Greedo guy going up against Jedi. You know what I would do if I were these guys with the guns? Shoot them? Shoot their horses, make them come to me and shoot at them while they ran at me with swords. But, this at least one guy shooting in the background here. It's like, what is this? This to me invokes nothing. Right? Like, if I wanted to know something about the Jedi, I'd like to know, well, how did they make the lightsaber? How did they make the first lightsaber? Like, that to me would be an interesting Star Wars story about the early days of the Jedi. Maybe they had a different weapon before the lightsaber. Maybe they had to use regular swords, right? Maybe they had to use, they were powered swords, but they had they had metal, and then maybe there was energy around them, and maybe it didn't last that long. Excuse me, until one of them invented the lightsaber. Something like that. I don't know. This just seems like, oh, they got lightsabers. You love them. You love them. They're Jedis. You love them. No. Part of the problem too is it takes really good writing to integrate, the Jedis into a society. And this is what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be the High Republic. Well, if the Jedi are in control, you would think everything would be great, right? If this is the High Republic, then shouldn't everything just be wonderful and woke? Why would there be all these evil people running around? What justifies them? Oh, they're just evil, I guess. These are mechanics in a story, in a world building, that I don't think that a lot of these woke people care about. They just don't care. As long as it's woke, it's fine. Who cares about the world building? Yes. Okay, whatever. Whatever their currency is, however they built the lightsabers, I don't care. Is there enough woke characters in it? Is there enough gay people and LGBTQ plus people in it? That's what I think they go for. And what does this image invoke? I don't know any of these characters. This is not Luke and Leia and Han. Is it in space? It's in a desert. There's all these aliens. It doesn't really invoke anything. Where is this taking place? I don't know the planet. I don't know the people. Star Wars, High Republic. You love it. A new adventure begins with a bunch of characters you've never heard of. So here are all the covers. Do these covers make you want to buy a book? Because that's what the covers are supposed to do. Back in the day, you would have covers with Luke, Leia, Han. I remember back in the day, they had books, about further adventures of Han Solo. Obscenely popular back in the day. They loved it. Why wouldn't you do that? That's the characters people like. That's the characters they rally behind. These characters, they don't know. Now they have the Mandalorian. That's a group of characters you could put on the cover of books, and you spin off other characters from them. Using those characters, you could maybe tell the story of the High Republic. Trying to push the High Republic on Star Wars fans, it would be like trying to push arena football on football fans. Just didn't work. I got football. Why do I need arena football? I just don't need it. I already have football. I already have the NFL. Why do I want second-rate Star Wars when I have first-rate Star Wars? I don't know these characters. That's the attitude of an audience, I think. Who are these people? Oh, they're more Jedi? Okay. But the moment people read them and they're not great, like amazingly great, they're out. They're not going to get through 5 books of this stuff. Like, it needed to be tried. They needed to be tried. You can't just flood the market with Star Wars High Republic and just expect it to fly off the shelves. Now, they might have a business model in which this stuff is non-returnable, in which case it don't matter. But it sort of does in the long run, because even if you have a bookstore that commits to 5 books ahead and 100 books each just to get the bookstore going, and I don't know who the hell, what bookstores are even open now thanks to the virus, where are you going to sell this stuff? I just don't see it. It's hard enough to sell books. I have experience selling books. It's hard. It's hard to sell books. You got to have really good covers. Now, are these good covers? They're okay. But they're just Jedi. They're just different Jedi. That's it. What other thing? I need something other than Jedi. I don't know what this thing is, that space station, whatever it is, floating logo. I don't know what do something cool with the lightsaber, You have a swashbuckling Jedi, let's say, or you do things with swords, right? You have a knight Jedi, a guy with a suit of power armor or something. That would be cool, like medieval Jedi or whatever. Something. This is just more Jedi. They're not even all that different from the Jedi. I mean, these Jedis are supposedly thousands of years in the past, I think, or maybe hundreds or whatever. They look like the same Jedi from the modern age. Modern age, I'll say. The present day age of Jedi. So, okay. And the other thing is, too, the whole continuity of Star Wars is the Empire takes over. They destroy the Republic. Well, doesn't that say something about the Jedi? Like, no one's really addressed that, in my view. They've not really addressed why the Republic fell. Was it corrupt? Okay, Palpatine came in and he was evil. And he did all these things, but in my view, what would have been a stronger story is people turned away from the Jedi. Like the idea that you had it good for so long, people lost faith in the Jedi. They didn't need them anymore. And people didn't want to become Jedis anymore. They weren't necessary until the Empire came, and then by then it was too late. Like, that could work. So, and I'm not insulting the people who wrote this stuff. I'm sure they're very competent, or otherwise Disney wouldn't hire them. I just question the validity of the entire project as a whole. I think as a brand, you're trying to, you're going to spend $10 million to make 100,000. That's the way I feel about it. Like, yeah, this is coming out of the gate strong. I'm sure it's going to have plenty of advertising. It has this wonderful trailer. But so what? I mean, it's not even doing that well. You got 13,000 upvotes and 4,000 downvotes. And I'm going to do one thing even worse. I'm not going to vote on it at all, because I don't think it's awful. I just don't find it interesting. It's not even interesting enough to vote down to me. And one of the things they said in the voiceover was something like, it's about who will control the Force, which flies in the face the whole concept of the Force from the original movies. So, even if you grant that, well, the Force changed because, he added the midichlorians, which I think destroyed Star Wars, you have to at least acknowledge what the Force was up until the continuity of the movies. Therefore, the prequels should have addressed that. Maybe. But the whole concept of Star Wars for me is dead. So maybe I'm just an old sci-fi geek who just can't attune to the new stuff. It's not aimed at me. It's aimed to a younger crowd. I just feel this all feels like a big push by librarians, teachers, and your mom to, read something good and woke. Read something good and woke. And most kids will just go, it was all right. I read it. Star Wars. That's the kind of reaction you get. This isn't exciting, in my view. The Mandalorian, I hear, is great. It's like the old Star Wars. This, my understanding is the Kathleen Kennedy Star Wars. So maybe this is her trying to push her stuff out. Maybe they're pushing out both. I have no problem with that. Like, push out both. Why not? May the best Jedi win, I guess. But I don't think it's going to be this part.